Test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Is this working? All right. All right. So I have a theory to propose coming from the early notes I gathered from the received files I asked for. So let's get it started. This thing was interacting with two previous specific individuals at the moment this theory was crafted, which I will add. It was fascinating. So allow me to start. The theory was referring to our understanding of extra dimension based solely on the first three. Let's say the first dimension relates itself to the meaning of contact, in other words, time itself. That is when on a straight line you have object A hitting object B, so then the contact occurs. A tick counter within time itself, in respect to both objects only. The second dimension is rotation. Now we all know we understand rotation through three axes, but the theory suggests that we only need two. For example, to obtain any result of rotation, like rotating at 90 degrees in the third, all I need is 90 degrees horizontally, 90 degrees vertically, then minus 90 degrees horizontally. So there you go, 90 degrees on the third with only two axes. Now, for the third dimension, you might say it is the sum of both the first and second dimensions all put together, and in that regard, you should be right, as it is all about movement this time, since adding the rotation properties to a straight line will give you a curved trajectory exploring all three axes. Where it gets interesting is when we compare all these three different dimensions in order to figure out the fourth one. The second dimension adds an additional property to implement above the straight line of contact. The third dimension adds a third axe as a shortcut for the rotation. The fourth dimension is just like the third. You have the front and the back of your straight line, rotating around left, right, up and down, with now a fourth axe is added for the inward to outward, the nucleus it calls it. And that, my dearest comrades, is just the peak of the iceberg. As I have yet more notes to talk about, if I have the time to study these, first I will eventually talk about them, especially if we want to figure out what happened to these two individuals after this encounter. The only thing I can say for now is that they were talking about the planet being either round or flat. And this thing responded, and I quote, "One eye both." That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.